Shut up and sit down.
So, hello and welcome. I am silently loud and it's been a while. I haven't done a video for quite a while. And why? Because I have been reading. What have I been reading, you ask? The Azarinth Healer, or Healer of Azarinth. That just rolls out of the tongue better in my mind. Now, it is a lit RPG genre. Now, there's a lot of those these days, and I guess has always been a lot. It's nowadays a bit more standard thing to write about. That doesn't mean it's bad, but I don't think this Azarinth Healer is the best either. Now, it did keep me going all the way to the end, and what I mean by end is this is still ongoing, and right now the last chapter is number 805. And as I said, it did keep me going all the way to the end, but the thing that I really wanted the story to be more, to grow to be something a bit more than it is described to be. That is what I wanted. But what you read the next, the first 100 chapters, it will be the exact same thing you're gonna get in 300 chapters, in the 500 chapters, in the 800 chapters. Now, that doesn't make it bad, but I just wanted it to be more. It is very hard for me to describe what I mean by that, but I guess I wanted to feel more. I wanted to be worried about Ilea. I wanted to be scared for Ilea. I wanted to feel how she grows stronger, more confident, and all that kind of things. I'm not saying that she doesn't grow at all. I'm not saying she's a Mary Sue. No, she starts weak, and she's weak for quite some time. And she gets her ass kicked a few times. But I just wanted to feel more, I guess. Now, what is the description for Healer of Azarinth, the Azarinth Healer? A new world with nearly unlimited possibilities. A status, classes, magic and monsters. Sounds good. It does. Well, for Ilea it didn't come quite as expected as for some other protagonist, nor was there a king or a god to welcome her. The grand quest? Well, she might figure that out someday, but for now, a new world with new food is prize enough. Her fists at the ready, she's prepared to punch and get punched, however long it takes and however many limbs she might have to regrow. That is the description, and under that there's just blah 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 about the author that wants to, talk about things. We ain't gonna touch that. So yeah, there is a few tags here. Warning. Gore, profanity, sexual content, traumatizing content. Now, I admit that there are these things in here, but not to an extent that we would need a warning, because the way it is written. If you want to read things that might, as I said, I wanted to feel more. Things that are going to make you feel more. Chaos, air of chaos, however you say it. That's one good. Silver Seeker, that is going to make you feel. Fleabag, that is going to make you feel thingies. The Great Cause Paradox, that is going to make you feel things. I wanted more with this. I still do. And it annoys me that I didn't get it from Ilea, from the Azarinth Healer. Now, as I said, it isn't a bad story, not at all. I just wanted to see Ilea make me feel more in the world of Elos. So, about the world itself, well, there's not much to talk about it unless I spoil things, and I don't want to spoil things. But the world of Elos is massive. It is huge. We have barely scratched the surface of Elos, and Ilea has gone to quite many places already. And I don't want to spoil anything, so let's not talk about that. But I assure you, the world of Elos is immense. Now, what kind of a character is Ilea? Now, I think she's earnest, hardworking. She has a mischievous side to her, for sure. She's strong-willed, has a very strong will, but she acquires that later on because I think, well, as she herself puts it very well, when she figures out that there's always another Drake, always another big one, always someone stronger than you. You need to be careful sometimes. And Ilea is a free spirit, I think. You can't keep her in a wonder place for too long. She wants to explore, see things, and at the end she becomes quite a battle maniac, even though she's a healer. Well, her class is a healer, I guess, but you'll see. If you read it, you're gonna love that thing. Now, I want to read the aliases and titles of Ilea Spears just because they sound freaking cool. Known aliases for Ilea Spears are Lilith, that is going to be a very important one. The Black Death, the Ashen Healer, the Ashen Shadow, the Ashen Huntress, the Bringer of Cake, very important, the Bringer of Cake. Titles: Shadow, Guardian of Azarinth, Knight of Revor. All those things she is, and so much more. Now, at the end of this, I don't want to say, as I've tried to put this, it is not a bad read, but it isn't anything more. But is there bad things there? And I don't want to say this is a bad thing. I don't want to, that you don't read this because of this, what I'm going to say next. There is a few jabs at progressive things, like, oh, how progressive of you to do that. Ooh, like a few jabs at racism, a few jabs at sexuality, and all that kind of stuff. Now, there aren't a lot of that. There are few and far between, and if you read this in a hurry, you're not even going to realize them. And yeah, for sure, I understand that our character might say those things because She comes from Earth and she is now in another world. But then again, it sounds weird that she says those things, but if that is the character, then fine. I don't have a problem with it, but I think it was weird. It was a bit weird for she to say those things, but as I said, they are few and far between and they didn't ruin anything for me. I was just wondering, like, oh, for fuck's sake, well, why do I need this in the story? But I hope you read it. The Azarinth Healer, for all the things I've said, it is more good than bad. For sure, more good than bad. I hope you give it a try. I hope you read at least the first 20 chapters, maybe even more. Maybe you go all the way in. But I need a bit more time that I can go back to read the explorations of Ilea Spears. I need a break from her. I mean, it was a great read, but I need a break for a while. I will be back. She's a great character, although I wanted to feel more. But yeah, I think that's it for now. Like and subscribe, and please go read The Azarinth Healer. Bye.
Shut up and sit down.